What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are gonna be looking at the Odd Ones Out Subway, or should I say Subway. So I think we should just get just right now into it. There's 4 videos of this. I don't know if I can do all of them this one, no, but hey, we'll see. They're not that long, so let's get into it. Here
I think that
go.
everyone at some point in their life should work in a fast food or retail job.
I agree. My first job is gonna be retail, though. I've never had a job. This is my first job, YouTube.
Not to improve their work ethic or anything, but so that everyone knows what it's like to
Yeah,
have that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of job. They wouldn't work in fast food their whole lives.
Bro, who works like? Imagine you're like 50 years old and you say like, "Yeah, I work at McDonald's." Bro, that's so cringe.
Maybe just like for 6 months, just so they get a feel for it.
Well, I guess you can survive. In America, that's pretty hard surviving like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. So with that, let's talk about the time when I worked in fast food. I used to work at a very small local sandwich shop. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It's called Subway.
I've never been to Subway, or should I say Subway? Yeah, bro. Like I've seen Subways. Like when I went to other countries, but here in Austria we don't have any of those. But let's go. Okay, let's continue.
Our spokesperson was in the news recently. I don't know if you guys look at the news. Did you hear he got beat up in jail? I kind of want to meet the person who beat up Jared more than Jared. Not
What? Who cares, bro? You're alright, bro. Oh, no, I was kidding. Okay, let's see. What are you gonna say?
in person. We wouldn't meet in person, obviously. But like, he would be behind bars, and I would just look at the guy who beat up my spokesperson.
Why? Do you hate him so much or what?
How many people get to say that they beat up a fast food icon who is also a pedophile?
Now I'm gonna give. What the man? What the? My God, bro.
Only one, and it's that guy. Okay, but seriously, guys, working at Subway was probably one of the most easiest jobs out there. I don't know why I'm about to complain about it to
That's 5D.
you guys. We got free cookies. And you know the comic with the Subways in Hell?
I've also never had Subway cookies. So, I don't know. One day I'll have one. They don't look too good, though.
I was actually working at Subway when I made that comic. I just think it adds sort of a little bit of value
No, only Subway. No!
to it. You see, the owners, who are husband and wife, can you believe it, of the
Crazy eyes. I've never seen a person with crazy eyes.
Subway I worked at owned 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart on an Indian reservation, because we have
Wait, so Walmart is not just like one supermarket? Do you have like, is that like a mall? Is Walmart like a mall? Is that what? I don't know, man. Is it? I think it is. Where like there are also like arcades, I think, in there. But I didn't know that they had like subways and that. I thought that was just a supermarket, not like a mall.
those in Arizona. And the other Subway was the Subway I worked at. And since the
Wait, no. So wait, what did you just say? Wait.
because we have those 2 stores. One of the Subway stores was in a Walmart on an Indian reservation.
Oh, so it's wait. So Walmart is not like. So it's just in the Walmart. That's so weird. That's so weird.
Because we have those in Arizona. And the other Subway was the Subway I worked at. And since the Walmart store
Wow.
was always busy, the owners would spend 99% of their time at that store. So I didn't really have a boss
Makes sense.
most of the time. On the off chance the owners
No.
did show up, they would just pick up some food and then they would
Is that I think that was an orange. I thought you were like the thing you put on donuts, like the pink stuff, or like, you know what I mean. It's called icing. I don't know. Okay. I should shut.
would make sure I was making sandwiches the right way. And every time I made a sandwich in front of them, they would always find something wrong with it, without fail. You put on too many olives. Do you know
How are you still hired, bro?
according to the Subway formula, you're only supposed to put on 8 olives on a foot long?
Where are you still hired? Because you quit.
8! One for every.
Why 6 though? I feel like that's not enough though. Why don't the customers say, I want that many olives, alright?
every other bite. That's just ridiculous. Can you imagine someone just counting out 8 olives?
Who cares?
Nobody does that. I usually worked
Okay,
the
that's
closing
true.
shift, and at the end of the night, we would turn the alarm and we have 60 seconds to get out of the store.
Run!
But one time I had the opening shift, so I unlocked the door to get in with my key, and the alarm went beep, 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 meaning
Beep, 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 boop, boop, doot.
I had 60 seconds to turn it off. No big deal, right? I've turned the alarm on all the time when I was
Yeah.
closing. So I go to the little control panel and I type in the code and nothing happens. The beeping is still there and the clock is still ticking down.
Beep,
So I go,
beep.
okay, I'm going to press each button very carefully. I'm going to make sure each button makes a
The
beep
beep.
when I press it. Beep,
Beep,
beep. Nothing still happens. So I go, okay, I'm going to make sure to press each button very carefully. And I start thinking, did they change the passcode without telling me? Well, this is the only passcode
That'd be pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's actually pretty funny.
I know, so we're just going to try it again. And I press each button
Just keep trying, man. One day you can do it, bro. Trust me. One day.
very carefully. Beep, beep, beep,
Subway explodes.
beep. And it goes quiet. And then
Boom! Big Bang happened. Alright, roll the credits.
the alarm goes off. I still had like 20 seconds left. But I guess when you get it wrong 3 times, it automatically assumes that you're a burglar.
Yeah, duh. Of course, you idiots.
So while the alarm is going off, I look on the contact sheet for the owner's cell phone number. I
It's taking like 10 minutes. What, the police ain't coming or what?
step outside, I call him, and he doesn't pick up. So I go back inside, find the number for the other Subway store. They open an hour
Oh, sorry.
before we do.
Sorry.
Someone
Actually,
picks
I'm
up
not
with their
sorry.
stupid voice. Oh, thank you for calling Subway. I'm blah, 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 blah. How may I help
Yo, you got the big tomatoes here, bro. Those are some big tomatoes.
you? And I go, hey, is Mike there? It's
Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson works at Subway. 24-hour Fortnite challenge.
not his real name, guys, don't worry. And they go, just a minute. Yeah, sure, I have all the time in
Can
the
I say, I appreciate how this is like so boom. Like, shing. Looks like a cutter with a katana. Something like, you know, I really like this. Like, objection. Like, you know what I mean?
That's not his real name, guys, don't worry. And they go, just
Why would he care if you use his real name? Who cares? Alright, guys, who cares? By the way, do y'all remember Timmy John Ford? How we made him like never post again? That's cool, right? Wait, give me a second. Timmy John the Third. See, we made this guy literally quit YouTube. That's so crazy. This is insane, bro. Bro made one video. Whoa, actually got 4 views. He's doing pretty good. 4 views. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually pretty good. But I'm so much better than him because I get. No, I'm just kidding. I am not better than anyone. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Trust me. Even though I have a big number here, and this only got 14 views. Okay, these videos didn't really get as much as they should. Like, this was a good game. I did not. Okay, this was a good video. I wouldn't say game, but I stopped mid-word and then I just. This is my favorite video of mine, actually. Why y'all not watching this, bro? This is a good video. Reacting 17 views now. Okay, that's. You can see my videos got a lot bigger audience. Okay, I should probably. Okay, let's just continue.
just a minute.
All
Yeah,
right.
sure, I have all the time in the world. The cops might be on their way, but take
Who cares?
your time. So, Mike picks up. Yellow. Hey, Mike, this is
Yellow.
James. What's the passcode for the alarm? Who is this? It's James. What's the passcode? What are you doing there, James? Why aren't you answering the question? I have the opening shift. Is the alarm
Bro, I just specified that he didn't say that.
going off? Yeah, no one told me the new code. Yeah, we changed it. It's the last 4 digits of your social security.
1426. No, that's Jane animation. So just it's 3581. Yeah, that was yours.
security number. Oh, okay, thanks, Mike. I don't know my social security number, so I finally get the alarm off. No one showed up, thankfully, which I actually don't know if that's a good thing or not, now that I...
Yeah, I guess that's kind of true though. Imagine you're just like, help me, I'm getting kidnapped. The police like, okay, we're coming. 12 hours later they arrive. You're like, bro.
say it out loud. We did have a store manager who would like make this...
Did you actually have that tattoo? This is the kind of tattoo I would get. Wait, do you guys uh, know James tattoo? Tattoo? Wait, I'm not talking about this one. This is a good picture. Wow. This is a really good one too. Tattoo. Oh my gosh, it's tattoo. Where is it? Actually, did he get that? That's kind of cool. Yo. Yes, he did tattoo. I would do this. But instead of tattoo, I would just make a smiley, alright? Like, that's something I would do, alright?
schedule and sometimes tell us, hey, can you guys do a better job at your job? But other than that, she was cool.
Here's how to make your workers better. Step 1. You are way too bad at this job. Do better or else I'm gonna fire you.
She watches my videos and so do her little brothers. They're big fans. Shout out to Ivan and Andy. Those are the...
Yo. Ivan and Andy. What the heck, man? Where can I get this kind of fame, bro? Man, stupid. That's not the best joystick.
the brothers. So get this, at Subway, you only work with one other person. Just you and them in an empty Subway for 5 hours. I mean, we weren't like empty all the time, okay?
5 hours is not that bad. I was just like putting on my headphones, scrolling TikTok or YouTube shorts.
When you're not making sandwiches, you have other stuff to do, like stocking the chips, or we had stuff to do. But okay, we did well.
Honestly, like I want to do a summer job. Like that'd be so sick, man. Imagine getting my own money. You know what? Imagine like okay, I would tell okay. Like, imagine you get like paid 600 per month, and in one summer you got $1,200, bro. You could buy a gaming PC with that. All right.
Watch a lot of Netflix and do homework, so I mean, that other person you worked with would make or break your entire shift. It wasn't the annoying customers. I kind of got used to annoying customers. So I worked with a lot of crappy people. And I also worked with a lot of people who I would probably never become friends with, except...
Wow. Wait, why did it just pause? I have nothing to say. God damn it!
in a work setting. You see, you gotta understand the type of people who got jobs at Subway. Potheads. Most
And if they are potheads, what are people who work at McDonald's? Can you explain that to me?
of them are potheads. And some of them are really cool. I'm just gonna go over a couple of the characters that I worked
Characters, bro. Bro, talk like this is a goddamn video game, bro. They tripping.
with. There was Tyler. I freaking love this guy. He
Tyler,
smokes
you work with Tyler, the creator. Oh my god.
a lot of weed. He actually... The characters that I worked with. There was Tyler. I freaking love this guy. He smoked a lot of
Yeah. Nah, man. Drug addict, bro. I do not support that.
weed.
Be
He
like
actually
him.
taught me what vaping was, and he got me into Clash
Why
of
did you-
Clans. I actually mentioned him and his
Okay.
girlfriend in my riddles video. I don't know if I ever told him that.
Why you make a video about riddles, bro? How do you have like no ideas anymore or what?
And of
Oh,
course, I have to
that's
mention
good.
Corey. He
That's
was
good.
cool. We watched How to Get Away with Murder on Netflix, and I've also hung
Corey X Kenshina? Yo, what the I just fought a goddamn fly flew up to my goddamn face, bro.
Out with him outside of work. What him and Tyler had in common is that they would actually do their job, which you gotta appreciate. Then there was this guy, and get this, who was also named Jared. He loved marble, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things. He doesn't watch my videos. There was Sarah. She was cool. She made me a bread bowl. And her boyfriend, Jay. He talked about chakras and third eyes. He was interesting. And also,
interesting.
Anthony, he's cool. What's up, Anthony? For the 100,000 sprinkles video,
Hi, Anthony!
I actually went back to Subway to use their scale because I knew they had one, and we counted 5
I get that it's Subway, bro.
sprinkles video. I actually went back to
I get
Subway
it.
to use their scale.
I get it, man. They just dropped full government name.
Because I knew they had one, and we counted 500 sprinkles again just to be more accurate for the 100,000. And Anthony helped me count instead of working. I mean, at least he got paid minimum wage for it. So 2 more stories.
I don't think actually my country I think middle wage is not that big of a problem actually, because I think I get paid higher than that actually. I'm happy for $6 an hour, honestly. I mean, like, not I'm gonna spend my time doing anything that's worth anything at all. So yeah.
Before I go, one time Jared asked me to take out this pile of trash, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put this pile of trash in the dumpster. And as I was taking it out, I saw that there was a chip poster in the pile, and I thought, this is too cool to throw away. I'm gonna keep it. So I took it home with me, and then the next day when I went in, people were saying, oh, where's the chip poster? We can't find the chip poster.
Bruh. I've been like, I have it. Give me 5,000 and I'll give it.
We haven't seen it anywhere.
Oh,
and I'm thinking, I have the poster. I decided not to tell anyone that I had the poster, and it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss, if you're finding out.
Why did you throw it away? Wait.
Not to tell anyone that I had the poster, and it's still hanging up in my room. Sorry, boss. If you're finding out about this now. Okay, and then the other story, I was working with a manager, and we were just making sandwiches like usual. And I noticed that when we toasted a sandwich, it would burn the paper a little on the edges. That probably
foreshadowing, prediction time. She's gonna put something in there, and it's gonna catch flames. Try something small, not a Subway sandwich, something like lettuce or not lettuce. Maybe something like chicken or bacon.
Shouldn't be happening. So then a customer asks for just bacon toasted. And the boss lady puts some bacon on paper and then puts it in the toaster. And we don't have a setting for just bacon. So then when she opens the toaster, there was a fire.
Oh, let's go! Prediction!
On the bacon. So then she starts to whack it with the little metal tray thing.
That's not that good of an idea. Oh my god.
But all she ended up doing was fanning the flames, making...
See? I told ya!
...the fire bigger. You got this, right? Then I went in the back and I...
No!
...got the fire extinguisher and I actually used it.
Why?
Single-handedly...
Just start recording. I burnt out this Subway with my coworker, and now I am going to rebuild it just so I can hold my heart to us.
We saved that Subway. Wait, what have I done?
Why?
Is it okay if the bacon's a little crispy and has nitrogen and carbon dioxide?
Pick that thing up and throw it in your face. God damn.
Oxide stuff on it?
If you got Wi-Fi and you wanna make bread, what the fuck? What the heck? Yo, what? Nah, we're looking at this. It's like 10. No, it's like 720p, bro. Pack God! I am done. Use code PACKGOD. Now let's get into the video. Pack God! What the heck? Yo. Okay, at least you didn't say the slur.
Hey, this is kind of like a part 2 video. I mean, you don't have to have seen the part 1 video to understand what I talk about in this video.
Guys,
but I mean, if you haven't
I'm
watched
making
part
this
1,
recording so long.
you should. So I used to work at Subway, and to be honest,
Sorry,
about 80% of the customers were fine.
All right.
Sometimes they would do something that would just personally annoy me, like ask for a meatball on flatbread. So don't feel too bad for me. Like sometimes people would ask me, can I have a turkey with lettuce, tomatoes? Whoa, slow down. What kind of bread? Footlong or 6-inch?
I would like, can I have a pizza?
What kind of cheese? Is it toasted? Then we'll
Who cares about cheese flavors? Who cares?
talk about vegetables. And every time someone brought in a list, there would always be something missing on it.
Yeah, bro. Like, you're not gonna memorize everything.
Always. I never had someone come in with a complete list. I would ask someone.
They're not gonna memorize it. What? They're gonna memorize from every fast food chain what they all need? Hell nah, man. Like, bro, I don't care.
What kind of cheese? And they would say, they didn't specify.
Just say American, you idiot.
Well then, if they didn't care enough to remember cheese, I guess they'll get Swiss. If anyone
That's
watching
fine. What's wrong with Swiss? I've never had Swiss, I think.
Currently working at a Subway, then feel free to use these tricks. If someone asked me,
what kind of cheese do you recommend?
Jaden Animation spotted.
I would always say provolone, because
No cheese.
it's the easiest cheese to pull apart with gloves on.
They like the nothing phone, but nothing cheese. Made by iCheese.
Really, if anyone asked me what I recommended, I would just tell them
They're competitors to Apple.
the easiest thing for me to do. But even after I gave my insightful provolone cheese recommendation,
Guys, if anyone ever makes a company called Milk, I think I think you should just make another company. Someone should just make a company called Cheese and just be like, the better milk.
sometimes people would still
That'd
say,
be so funny.
I'll take American.
why do you even ask me what cheese I would recommend if you're not going to
America!
take it seriously? Another thing that would annoy me is when people would say the sandwich was all done, but they didn't put any sauce on it. So I would ask, any sauce? And then they would be like,
No!
oh yeah, mayonnaise. Oh, why did you tell me it was all done if it wasn't? Also, the receipt
'Cause he forgot, you idiot! Holy, bro!
machine at the store took like 7 seconds to print out the receipt. So it would be very
Wow. Rest in peace to you. You will not be remembered.
awkward every time I would ask people, do you want your receipt?
I'm not a hater, by the way, alright? I'm just feeling goofy today. Very goofy. Right?
And then they would say yes, and then we would just stare at each other.
Okay, that's pretty embarrassing. Not gonna lie, that's pretty embarrassing.
Till the receipt printed. So what I did
Yippee! Happy, happy, happy. Dun, 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 dun. Happy, 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 happy.
every time someone swiped their credit card, I would just stare off into space, and in my head, I would count to 5, and then I would ask,
1, 2, 3, 4, 27!
do you want your receipt? And by
I'm being way too loud.
the time they said yes, it was like magic. As soon as they said yes, the receipt printed. At Subway, you only work with one other person. So if someone got annoyed and said, let me talk to your manager, I would
Let me talk to your manager. I want to talk to your manager. Alright? I want to talk to your manager. Alright?
I would just look at them and go, listen, I've been here the longest.
Listen, you mere mortal are a peasant.
The only other person in this store is a 16-year-old girl, and she technically isn't old enough to use a toaster, so I'm probably
What?
your best bet. I'm the manager. Like, do people think the manager
No, you're not.
will automatically take their side and give them free stuff? Yes.
Yeah, probably, actually.
Actually, they do think that because it happens all the time. I would consider myself
Bruh!
a pretty laid-back Subway employee. I didn't like to be stingy with people, even though I was
Makes
disobeying
sense.
the Subway formula on purpose. Oh, you want more than
Wow. Wow. Pop it out! No, I was kidding.
6 olives on your foot long? Sure. Here, have a 5th slice of cheese. $1.50.
Can I have an extra fries for sleeves? What the heck did I just say?
50 for avocado? Pfft, I'll charge you 75 cents, buddy.
Bruh, bruh, bruh,
I
bruh.
probably shouldn't be saying these things, in case this whole YouTube thing flops and I need a job. So I wasn't really strict on the rules.
Yeah, this whole YouTube thing flopped, Yeah, This whole YouTube thing flopped, Yeah. Return back to monkey. I just like my cheese over this American freedom, don't judge. James, do you want to see? No. Prince. True, that's what I'm thinking, bro. You want to see? No. Panic introvert mode. I'm not paying attention. Oh, spoilers. And I watch this.
Do you know those fast food workers who are strict? No, we
Yeah.
won't serve breakfast at 10.
Also, I'm definitely not checking my phone right now, right? I'm watching the video. Oh, just hear that? Continue.
To get out. But being pretty laid back still didn't stop people from being annoying. So this one person comes in and asks for 2 foot-long pastrami sandwiches. And pastrami is our most expensive sandwich. It's about $10 for a foot-long. And guys, the pastrami is super good. But I wouldn't pay for it. I mean, it's good, yeah, but I'm not paying $10
bro,
for a foot-long. It's not worth it. So this guy, I make his 2 sandwiches, I ring him up, and I say, that'll be $20. And I guess he didn't look at the price of the sandwich on the menu, or he thought we still did the $5 foot-longs, because he said to me, I ain't paying for that. And this is when I was just starting out. I only had like a week of experience. And after he said that, I responded, well, shoot. I guess you're not paying for it. I didn't know people could do that. Hey, I want this. All right, that's $20. Nah, you don't want it?
$20 for food, bro? I can do a lot more stuff with that, bro. I can go swimming with that.
I want it. I'm just not paying for it. Okay, no, but actually, we did come up with a compromise. He told me that he had $12, so he ended up paying for one of the sandwiches, and I got to eat the other one. So it all worked out.
Ooh, that must have been a nice day for ya, bro. Huh?
This one time I was making a sandwich for a guy with a very heavy accent, and he asks for onions on the
Hello.
side. No big deal. We at Suabwe put vegetables in little cups all the time. I actually got a soup cup because the on the side cups are teeny tiny, and I start doing my thing, but then he says, no, on the side. And I think, oh, he's getting a foot long. He probably wants onions on half.
Some of them are not used, man. I'm making what they do the everyone to be human. Then I made I was already making a situation of liberty you want, man. Everything another thing. How to get motherfucking on if you like living in the whatever it is. I'm going to get money and I'm really using my elevator music.
Half of it, but not the other. So I start
You
putting
guys hear
onions on
nothing.
half the sub,
Heard.
but then again he says, no, on the side. At this point, I don't know what this guy wants. So I ask him,
Maybe
on the
on
side
the
of
side
what?
cup?
And then he screams, onions! And I never figured out what he was trying to say. This one old gentleman
Kinda weird,
asks for
too.
sauce to be put on his vegetables, and normally we put it on top of the sandwich with the meat.
Oh
And I didn't know if I heard him correctly because I put the sauce on and then I closed the sandwich. So your sauce would have been in the same place either way. One time this
Guys,
woman
I'm
tipped
not
me and
looking at
Corey
Amazon.
$40.
That's
She
pretty
wasn't
good,
annoying,
bro.
I just want to
40
sprinkle in
bucks?
some good customer stories. Okay, one time this Native American person came in, and I don't know if mentioning that was important to the story.
It wasn't.
He comes in and asks for 5-foot-long tunas. Okay, Tyler, just me and you, let's do this. And then when we're
Guys, you ever watch Up? I love that movie. But I was gonna hate it because it was boring as shit.
all finished, we ring him up and we say, anything else? And he says, 7 meatballs.
Damn!
What? He wanted 7 more sandwiches.
Bro, what the
But
What is this?
James, you're Suabwe. You're supposed to make people sandwiches
Subway.
regardless of how many they ask for. Yeah, I know, but the guy could have handled it differently. Normally for a platter, you have to call in at least an hour ahead, and that's only 5-foot-longs. This guy could have called ahead and said,
bro.
hey, I'm getting 12 sandwiches, so just prepare yourselves. Mentally. I mean, we had so
Mentally. No, you didn't.
many customers waiting in line. No, we didn't. That's a lie.
Yeah,
It was
bro.
only him. But still, this one woman, I was making her sandwich, and for vegetables, she asked for extra lettuce. So I put on a
Wait,
big hand.
guys, I just remembered from that guy's t-shirt, hoodie. Do you guys know these? Like these? These are so trash, bro. Like, bro. Wait, can I find the exact one? Yes, someone in my class had this one. I felt like, what the heck, man? You are not slick, bro. You are not slick. You spent 1207 on a goddamn hoodie, bro. You are not slick, bro. Alright, sorry. Wait, what happens if we search up Sigma Alpha Wolf hoodie? Oh my god, it's all just all this. Okay, this is human by chance, alpha by choice. That's good. Why is this AI? Yo, what is this AI stuff, bro? What the heck is stay behind me, kid? It's gonna get what the heck, man? This is not bro.
Handful, but then she asks for more. So I put more
More!
on, more, and sprinkle some on, more. I won't be
Give
able
me
to close the sandwich
more.
with any more lettuce. And she says,
I do not
"That's
care."
fine. All right, extra lettuce it is. So I
That's
ended
true.
up giving her an open sandwich with a mountain of lettuce. You know we do salads, right? When I was little, I always thought if I was working at a store and someone tried to rob me, I wouldn't give them any money. But now
Why?
it's like, psh, I ain't risking my
Yeah,
life
bro, I
for
don't care.
Subway. Here,
Take
take
it.
the cash register. So thankfully, I've never had anyone pull a gun on me, but I have
Good.
caught people stealing from us. I was making someone's sandwich, and this one kid asks for just a water cup, so I gave it to him. So I go back to making a sandwich,
Chop up the salt, Kanye.
and I just hear the fuzzy soda sounds
Straight from the go, Kanye.
being dispensed. And I look over, and the kid is putting soda in the cup. He didn't even try to hide it. When I put soda in a water cup, I at least wait for the employees to go in the back, but
Yeah, bro, bro's just kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, give me a second. Alright,
I didn't even say anything.
bro.
I was just like, all
put
right,
them
man. This guy, I totally saw him take a bag of chips, and he hid it under the counter so I couldn't see. So when I rang up his sandwich, I asked, anything else? And he said, nope.
I would have just to scare him like, then what's that under the counter? He's like, wait.
All right, whatever. Okay, last story. I was in the back and was playing some Clash of Clans, and we have a computer that
course you
shows what the
were.
cameras see, and I see this woman who was eating there. She reached over the counter and took 3 large cups, and I did nothing to stop it. You know,
You
I'm
really love your job, don't you?
the kind of person that's like, the fast food employee is always right. Say if I was eating somewhere and I asked for
Because he is.
chicken salad and they said, we only have tuna salad. I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, well, I guess I'm having the tuna salad then.
Alright, that's fair.
Ready to unlock Roblox digital
Oh my god. Oh my god, I need that right now. Because I do not care.
You want to know something sad? I've earned
Alright, guys, I think this is where I think we're gonna close it, alright? That was a long recording, bro. I think I'll just see you in next one.